Hello once again and welcome back to another sketchbook session. Today I wanted to talk about trust and about trusting the process and trusting yourself. But before that, let me just talk about the painting. So it is from a sketch in my sketchbook, like a small sketch that I made. I thought, let's just pick something that I've already sketched so that the first page of this sketchbook isn't so scary. And so at least I know what I'm going to draw. Now I just have to panic about how I'm going to go about painting it. I was kind of trying to reassure myself every step of the way and actively voicing out and affirming myself that we can fix mistakes and we might not know what colors we're going to use and how I'm going to go about painting it, but we're going to have fun. And if we're not going to have fun about it, then we're going to use it as a practice or an experimentation. And, sharing the process that if I do make mistakes, that's just part of creating art, and, sharing that it's okay and not every artwork is perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay for a painting to not turn out good the first try or the second try or even the third. I guess because I was thinking and I was my head was kind of ahead. I was already thinking of the final result, how it's going to look like in the end, and I really needed to get myself to come back to the present of hey, we didn't even start yet. Why are you panicking? We literally haven't even sketched the drawing yet. So just take a deep breath, and what will happen will happen. It's not going to be the end of the world. But, my mind was kind of but I'm recording, the mistakes are going to be so visible, my hesitations are going to be seen, and I'm going to be seen as a fraud that I don't actually know what I'm doing. And really, that's just part of exploring art, and I guess exploring the creativity of my mind, at least, which never wants to be left alone. But yeah, I was just thinking isn't that why we're doing this? We're just exploring again and creating just for the sake of creating. Isn't that why we're doing this? Isn't that why kind of we're trusting, or I'm trusting myself again to kind of come back to painting, especially with traditional mediums. And I think as an artist, there's a lot of trust that you give to yourself when you're creating, and that definitely depends on the mindset that you have and mental capacity that you have as well. And oftentimes, if you're like me, trusting yourself sometimes feels unreliable, especially if you in the past have neglected yourself or betrayed yourself, or even if you have the tendency to self-sabotage. I think trusting yourself with even just creating art, or even trusting yourself that you can do something, it becomes like a challenge. And there are things that I've realized over the years. I have become much more careful and cautious with my thoughts and decisions, and it's because of things in the past and things that I trusted myself that I thought I would be able to handle, and then I crumbled when I didn't. Those kinds of decisions, those things that you go through in life when you're just living life, it takes practice to actually forgive yourself for things. And I really neglected to nurture how to trust myself again, and I really do feel like that's one of the reasons why I had such a long period of time of like not even drawing, not painting, not creating. There was like a good chunk of year where I really wasn't doing anything, not creating anything. I was kind of just like letting life pass through me. I mean, I was being creative in some other ways, with like, just writing my ideas and thoughts, and because I do need that outlet, as someone who has been creative all their life. I think having high expectations with creating art delays you. At least it did with me. Like, I should know what to do. It should just feel naturally. It shouldn't feel stressful. That's the kind of thinking. It can become dilapidation. Dilapidating. Dilapidating? Okay, I don't know. I don't know why I can't say the word. Anyways, um, I was getting this like stress of expectation that every time I was making art, every time that I would paint, that I would draw, it should be like a masterpiece. It should be like a fully thought idea. It should be perfect, because like, are you not talented? Did you not practice for years and years? But that's definitely like imposter syndrome. I think now I've realized that I really don't have anything to prove. I just have to have the willingness to express what I want to express and what I want to share, and do so without it being so transactional. Because I grew up in like my formative years, early 20s was when the rise of social media and the art scene in the 2010s was very vast, and there was so many skillful and so many talented people just sharing their art, and I was just beginning of my journey of art, and I was not at all that skillful. And I think, having access to all these talented and skillful artists, and some of them were my age, and just seeing that, it did a lot of discouragement. It did discourage me um, for some time, but it did also fuel me to try and hone in my skills. That time it was a lot of like follow for follow, transaction like for like kind of thing, and I didn't like it, and there was a lot of pressure with the art community, and I feel like there's a lot more pressure now, especially with AI and things. And now I'm kind of getting into a tangent. And but speaking of AI, I think that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to go back to traditional mediums again. I mean, I'm not abandoning digital, because I've worked because I'm so comfortable with how fast I can be with digital art, but because I've spent a lot of years making art digitally, and how fast that process can be, I was missing the slowness of creating art. So, and I think that's why I'm really enjoying going back to like painting, even like pencils, watercolor, gouache, kind of those things, because I just like the moment of being present, and I think slowing down is kind of my whole thing right now. as the art community grew on social media and the art scene kind of changed, and especially now with AI, I think the lens for me started to change or like warp as time went on, because I was starting to think, or I started thinking that art and creating art and drawing uh, had to be transactional. This thought that like every idea, every artwork had to be like sold or exchanged for praise or money or validation. And it was really tiring. Like, I didn't realize that it was really starting to creep on me. And I think that was just because I was spending so much online, especially in the art community, and tying sort of my exploration of being an artist through the social media lens instead of like the real life lens. I think once I realized and I started working on it, it did take a lot of time to like really settle my thinking about creating for the purpose of validation. Like most people, I craved the validity that I was talented, that I do have the skills, and that I am capable. And the validation, I was searching for it so that I knew that I mattered. Wow. um, wow, yeah. But I don't think that I think that anymore. One, because I feel like I'm actively always telling myself, or that voice in my head, I've trained to be very much like a friend. Being an artist or becoming an artist and what you put out into the world is valid, and because you're here, and that's really all that matters, right? Life is just so complex, and so take that with a grain of salt. I think that's where I'm at right now with art. No, the future is unwritten. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Basically, that song. Yeah, that's okay. That's all that I have in my notes. I feel like I don't know what else to say, and I'm also getting hungry. I hope you like the painting. I do really like how it actually turned out, and I'm surprised that I'm surprised that this was the direction that I went, because it doesn't look like what the initial sketch looks like. But hey, that's the nature of creating art. As Bob Ross says, happy accidents. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.